Well, let's do a little, as I said I would do, a real ride review report on these System 3 xm310r's. How did they do? Well, you can have a little footage of that in this video. You can do a little, just a walk around real quick of after the ride. It wasn't too crazy, no, not at all. Is my seat dry? So we put it through the test. We put the machine through the test, and we put these tires through the test. I'm inspecting them now just for the first time since we got back from the ride. As you can tell, everything's still pretty muddy. I swiped most of the mud off of this actually at this point. Look at you, the snorkels are even muddy down there, so we'll do some extra cleaning on this round here. Just make sure we get in everywhere and no water got anywhere, etc. So okay, so how did the tires do? How did they hold up? They held up great. We had we were not just in mud, we were in some crazy mud with gnarly roots and everything, and like really crazy stuff that just really breaks everything. And as far as what I can see looking around, other than they're never going to look as pretty as new, of course they're dirtier now. They might clean up okay. If they don't, they don't. But the rubber, the tires, no flats, nothing even close to that. They made this machine roll so nice over huge stuff. Keep going, you got it. Straighten out. Keep going. That just massive different kind of amount of fun you can have, what you feel and what you don't, compared to just being on 30s even. Ultimate pleasure to be driving in these with these tires and the rims. Well, the rims are what they are, but they all seem to have held up through crazy stuff we put them through. Let's see, where's the valve stem on this one's okay. I think we caught one of them. I can't remember which one it was. Those ones are fine. But yeah, no punctures, nothing to do with losing air or anything. They were, like you say, it just took the riding this on a crazy muddy slash everything else ride, and these things absolutely conquered and just pulled us through so many times, and we thought the machine wouldn't be able to handle it. Really did think it was going to struggle a lot more. Well, there was zero struggle. You know, sure, anything can always use a little more horsepower or not, but that wasn't the factor ever today for us. This machine pulled it real good. But these tires, what they did, it was just, you're thinking just mud, but we're in these crazy areas and hills and, you know, inclines, declines, off camber, everything. There you go. Perfect. And they just bit. They just kept always finding something to grab, like over and over. Just the shape and design must just cause them to hook up. You spin once or twice anywhere, and then it just grabs, and it just pulls you up and claws you up on stuff. So my rating of them for just a true mud only tire in nothing but mud pits, I'm gonna say they're awesome. We were in some pretty harsh pits, but I'm not gonna say we were truly just doing regular mud pits after mud pits, but I can tell that they would perform pretty darn well.
Okay, start turning left, hard left, yep.
mean, in BC we had snow. I mean, they were awesome in the snow, crawling over wet rocks in the snow, under the snow, and boulders and wet logs, and uphill, downhill, through the rivers, through the creeks, and like everything.
Just climb up.
There you go. Yeah, just run those rocks over, go straight over that way. Keep going. Yeah. Nice. It was just mind-blowing what it just walked us through. Now, the other thing too is 34s on here. We had no rubbing. We had these tires sitting right there, literally 1 inch away, and it worked awesome. So what I did, because I was going to possibly put this on, which I didn't want to lose the articulation of the machine for the technical stuff. So all I did was put these springs or these shocks back to full firm, and that just stopped it from hitting up here. So everything worked out perfect. We didn't have to adjust anything there. Do 34s work? Yes, they do. For future, if anybody's wondering, you don't have to stop at the 33s. Yes, you can go to 20-inch rims and 34s like this. You won't regret it. It's just freaking amazing. It's awesome. So like I've been riding mud and all kinds of crazy stuff for so long, and this just super lit it up. And then the fact that what these do in crazy gnarly trails, say, as opposed to bighorns are the all-arounds, and there's other ones that are all-arounds and all that kind of stuff. Well, these aren't all-arounds when it gets to a certain point. They'll be a little too loose traction-wise, but I don't know. Are they? Like, they just grab everything. Like they'll grab a giant root, grab a tree sideways, and any rock, they'll eventually just catch it some way, somehow, to wiggle left or right on you. It's amazing. And then the setup, just so you guys know how it rides. One thing I thought is, you know, it's the tall, skinny look, carriage wheel kind of thing. Are you thinking about, is it going to feel more tippy than it was before? Whoa! It was amazing. It was the total opposite for me. I couldn't believe it every time I was off camera and tipping and one wheel up in the air or one wheel back, or whoever was driving at the time, it didn't matter. Neither of us felt that we're gonna tip, or it would be so close, but it just drove out. All you had to do is point these in the right direction and hit the gas, and it just pulled. First it would pull you out of the front, and then the backs would kick in and just blast you forward, and you're on all fours again, down flat again, right? So what is my recommendation? To try this out? Heck yeah. Would I do it again? That's another heck yeah. Would I do it any different with a different setup? Right now, no. This is like an absolute go-to way. It's just gonna totally heighten your experience, and the places you can go with the ground clearance being at 18.5 right now, just beautiful, beautiful. So the machine and these were meant to be together. It's good, sporty trail, British Columbia riding kind of machine to hit everything and anything, and it did just that, and it did it very, very well. So that's my review on these guys. I'm gonna clean them up tomorrow and all that stuff, and see if we can get them pretty one more time. And I think we did our scouring on those rims today. We put these machines and tires and rims and everything else on this. We put it all to the test. It's pretty crazy.